Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Ruth Kim, and in my channel I share my own experiences as a foreigner living here in Germany. I share information that I know, and I feel like if I share it out there, it's going to help someone else. Sometimes I vlog, and sometimes I just want to have fun. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. I'm sure you're going to find something that you're going to love in this channel, and click on the notification bell as well so that you can be notified every time I put up a new video. So guys, in today's video we are going to discuss, or I'm going to share with you, the things that you're supposed to be careful of while living here in Germany, especially those things that most people don't talk about. I just want to share this because I have experienced most of the things, or close people, or those people who are close to me have gone through these things that I would like to share with you so that you can be warned, or so that you can, and if you know more things, guys, if you know more, please consider putting it in the comment section below so that you can help someone out there. The first thing that I want to share with you is about making small contracts. What I mean by making small contracts is, most of the time when you come here in Germany, you find out that in Germany you can buy most of the things and get to pay them in small installment. And when you go to those shops, those people who are going to sell those things, they are going to be like, Finanzierung oder cash. Finanzierung means that do you want to start paying the product or the item that you bought in small installments. What I want to warn you guys is, it's good. Because if you don't have the whole amount of money, you can you can afford to have something and be paying it in small installment. We have those people who buy almost everything in small installment. You get a 60-inch TV and be paying maybe that euro or 50 euros per month. You go out there, you get a sofa, you be paying 50 euros per month. You go out there and see like a TV, no, not a TV. You go out there and see like a good bed, a good quality bed. You take it, you be paying 50 euros per month. You go out there again, you see a phone. You want to have the latest iPhone 11, you be paying as well 50 euros. At the end of the month, you end up having so many small contracts that you have made, or so many small things that you will be paying at the end of the month. I know it's easy to have that good life here in Germany, but it's not for free. You'll be paying for it, and on top of it, you'll be paying interest. So my point is, if you cannot afford something, if you don't have the money, like the cash to buy something, and most of the things are luxury things, they are not things that you need to survive. They are things that you need to have a good life. If you don't have it, there's something called eBay Kleinanzeigen. eBay Kleinanzeigen is an online shop, or it's an online platform where you can get those second-hand things at a lower price, and sometimes they even give them out. Live according to your standard, guys. Live according to your standard. Those small contracts. The second one, guys, is, and this one is not only in Germany, this is common everywhere. This is common almost everywhere. Like when people come to visit you at your place, you end up giving your Wi-Fi password. Because it's normal. They're coming to visit your place, and you end up sharing your Wi-Fi. Let me tell you two examples. The first one happened when I was doing Ausbildung. I used to live with my girlfriend Rose in a shared apartment, and we had bought these shared Wi-Fi, and one day we received a letter that we had downloaded something from the internet, and we were supposed to pay 800 euros. And by then we were students, we were earning peanuts. 800 euros was a lot of money. Guys, we didn't even have any idea how and who and when that thing was downloaded. We contacted a lawyer, and the lawyer only was able to find out that the thing was downloaded using an iPhone. And back then we were actually having Android. We didn't even own an iPhone. That was scary. That means someone came to visit us, someone who was using an iPhone, and they took advantage of that moment, and they downloaded whatever they wanted to download. we ended up paying that money, but in small installment. That's a lesson we learned. And the other one happened to a friend of mine just the other day. He is from Guinea, and the guy is African living here in Germany. So his neighbor came to his place because they had terminated their contract and they were not having internet. So the neighbor came to his place and asked him if he can get the Wi-Fi password so that he can be using internet before their new internet come. I hope I'm making sense. You know, the guy being so nice, the guy gave the neighbor the password. I don't want to go into details, but the neighbor was a guy who was into watching grown-ups video. You know, if you know what I mean, grown-up videos, but not with grown-ups, but with kids. I hope this point you're getting me. I don't want to say those words here, but I hope you're getting me. And so, because that's something which is illegal here in Germany, the IP address was seen. They found out where the IP address from this thing that is going online with, I hope you're getting me, was found it out. And they came to find out that the guy who was living in the apartment with the IP address is this guy from Guinea. So when the police came to the apartment, the guy was lucky. The guy from Guinea was lucky because he was on holiday in Guinea when this incident happened. So he was lucky. Can you imagine? He's black. How was he even supposed to say, oh, I was not the one, this didn't happen to me, and blah blah blah? This is a warning for you guys. This is a warning for you guys. I know sometimes it's like it's normal, we have to share the password out there, but always be careful the type of people that you're giving your password, your Wi-Fi passwords to. This is not, it's very, very dangerous. And sometimes if you deny someone, it's also not okay. Or I don't know, but always pray for your things. The next one, guys, if for example you want to move from one apartment to the other, and then most of the houses here in Germany, they depend with the person who is giving you the house. If some of the organization, they put down the wallpapers and they just want you to leave the house like without the wallpapers. And some of the organization, they put a wallpaper and paint it all white, and when you're leaving the apartment, you're supposed to leave the apartment the way you received it. And that's why it's always good to have like a protocol. When you're taking the apartment, you have a protocol, and when you're moving out, you have a protocol. This is what happened to a friend of mine. She used to live in an apartment where when you're moving out, you have to take the wallpaper, everything down, and leave the apartment the way you got it. Like, it's like taking the paint, the wallpaper, everything down. But that was an old house. So when they were taking the wallpaper down, tapete, when they were taking the wallpaper down, they happened like to scratch the old wall, or the old wall was like coming some parts out. So she didn't even take caution about that because she thought, it's an old apartment, so it's normal. And then because she took the kitchen and the bathroom the way it was from the other tenants, she was supposed to remove the tiles as well. And in the process of removing the tiles, the floor was a bit damaged. And she didn't even realize, you know, if you don't know those things, you don't even realize when you're damaging something. She gave everything up and she thought that everything is okay, you know, and she moved into the new apartment. And a few weeks later, she received a letter from the court that she destroyed the apartment where she was living. She did a lot of damage, blah, 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 and she was supposed to attend there to go and for that case. So when she went there, she received all that information that she demolished and destroyed or did a lot of damage in the house, and she didn't even have proof. You know, as I said, this was an old house that was cracking when they tried to remove the tapete. But it's always good to like take pictures when you're taking the apartment. You know, maybe that house had that damage before she went into the apartment, but there was no proof. It was her word against their word. So she lost the case, and she was supposed to pay like 2,500 because they said they had to repair, they had to do all that, blah blah blah. So what I learned from this story, it's always good to invite your landlord. Let him come and see the apartment before you move out. Come and see, and let him tell you what he expects from this apartment, what he expects to be repaired or renovated. And even ask, when you think you're done, ask the landlord, how would you think? Do you think this is okay? Instead of going and then you receive a letter from the court, blah blah blah. This is something that I just wanted to let you guys know as well. The next one, guys, if you're planning to leave Germany and move to another country, you have to deregister yourself, because as you know, everybody who is living here in Germany must register themselves. And this happens to everyone, Germans and foreigners as well. But if you did not register yourself, then you don't have to deregister yourself. This goes to the tourists and those people who come for like visit visa, the 90 days visa. Those people don't register themselves, so they don't have to deregister themselves. Normally, you should do it 3 to 4 weeks before you leave Germany. Why is it important to do it? It's because once you do it, you received a document to say that you have been disregistered. Abmeldebescheinigung, that's how it's called in Germany. And you need this document to cancel all your running contracts. It allows you to cancel contracts before they would normally end. You know, most of the contracts, they have like a duration of 24 months. And let's say you want to move within the first 7 months. And you know, you can't just go there and say, I want to move back. When you have Abmeldebescheinigung, then you can give it to them and they're going to see that you want to move. And this one allows the contract to end before its normal ending time. I hope it's making sense. The end of all your contracts will be the day you're going to depart from Germany. And the other one, guys, has something to do with contracts. When you want to leave Germany again, like I said, you have to end all your contracts. But there's this one contract like almost everyone forgets to end or to terminate: the medical insurance contract. Especially if you are covered by the government. You know, the private insurance, you pay it directly yourself. But the one which is covered, the government medical insurance, they are paid by your employer. So most of the time you don't have anything to do with them. And because you don't like have a direction connection with the medical insurance, you tend to forget that it's a contract as well. So let me give you a story. I have a friend, and she told me she knows someone who comes from Caribbean. The guy was from Caribbean, and the guy wanted to go back, and he went to Caribbean for 4 years. He had the German papers, so he was German, but he was originally from Caribbean. So he went to Caribbean, stayed there for 4 years, and then came back to Germany. When he came back to Germany, he received a very, very, very big letter and a bill of almost like 6,000 euros. The thing is, when he left, he forgot to terminate his medical insurance. And you know, guys, if you don't terminate the medical insurance and you don't register yourself to job center or something, then you are supposed to continue paying for the medical insurance on your own. So that's why he ended up receiving this letter or this bill for the medical insurance. And he was stressed, depressed, but there's nothing he can do. That's how it goes. If you don't terminate a contract, the contract continue running. So the guy had to pay. The other one, guys, is if you move from, like, you stop working and then you think you have enough money, you don't need to be covered by the you don't need to be helped by the job center, and then you continue, you just stay at home, and maybe after 2-3 months you decide to go back to work. Yeah, you know, that means the medical insurance was not being paid that time you were at home. So you're going to receive a bill as well for you to pay for these 3 months that you were at home, that you did not attend work. I hope I'm making sense. So guys, it just means it's only like a matter of being careful with the things you're doing. Even though you're not sure, please try and contact someone who has more knowledge about those things. Talk to people about them, you know. Make sure confirmation. Asking is actually better than doing something that you're not even sure of. So that was it, guys. If I left something that you feel it's important for people to know, please put it in the comment section down below, and feel free to share your opinion, criticize this video, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. Bye.